Perfect.
Welcome everybody back with Morphin Metacast. How's it going, Prime?
Guten Tag, my dude.
So we're here to talk about SSSS.Gridman, but before we get into that, we're going to hit up some news stuff, and I think this is a good thing everything got delayed because this news kind of dropped in our laps the day we were going to record. So apparently, I don't know who owns the rights to Power Rangers, but they thought better of it and decided, you know what, I think people really need to see the MMPR movie on Blu-ray, so give it to them by itself.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it still Fox that has the license to the movie?
I believe so, I believe so.
Huh. Now, the anniversary for the movie, wasn't that last year?
Either last year or the year before. I remember it was part of that Blu-ray box set for the MMPR thing that came out.
Yeah. Well, all right then. I'm not mad at it. Is it Shout Factory doing it?
It might be, if I remember correctly. Hold up. Let me double check, because I don't want to sit there and lead the people wrong, but I'm assuming... Yeah, My Own Power Rangers movie set to release a standalone Blu-ray. Yep, Shout Factory. Yeah.
All right.
And
So my next question
includes the bonus features too. So
I was going to say, my next question is, what bonus will it include? Is it going to come with that special that aired in '94 before the movie came out? That aired on Fox?
No. What it is? Well, it has it might be because this is original featurette, so I'm assuming it's that one. But then it also, I think the one that the one that came out for the anniversary, it had a look back at the movie, and it had new interviews with Paul Freeman and Johnny Yong Bosch and the director. So it's like, oh, so you actually added some new stuff to this. Interesting, and it's $15.99 on Shout Factory. So go ahead and pre-order that bad boy, folks. Get on that. So I ask you something. So I think I don't know if me and you talked about this and stuff when it comes to here in America, when it comes to ratings and such, and how a lot of places they kind of put they don't put a huge amount of stock on ratings so much as they look at streaming and DVR and live ratings and such like that, because people tend to DVR stuff and watch it afterwards. So I saw a couple of videos about apparently Sentai in Japan has been on a downcline ratings wise, and hence why the newest Sentai is Dinosaurs. Now, from your perspective, what do you think is a contributing factor to ratings decline of Sentai?
I don't know. I've only been paying attention to it for the periphery, so the ratings have been in decline since way back when they did Dinosaur back in Q Ranger.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been on a steady dip for a while. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if it could be Sentai fatigue, because unlike Kamen Rider and Ultraman and Metal Hero, Sentai has been pretty consistent on a yearly basis since Go Ranger.
Yeah, and
hasn't taken a break. So it could be that. It could be just changing tastes. I don't know, because I'm not in Japan. I don't have boots on the ground over there. I don't know why. I mean, it's always going to have its diehard. Any franchise is going to have its diehard contingency, and any franchise that's geared to children is always going to attract new children. But I think the thing is the level of interest back into a thing. So, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if it could be just general fatigue of Sentai. It could be. Wasn't there a thing that came out a couple of years ago about declining birth rates in Japan? I mean, I'm spitballing. I could be wrong. I'm just talking out loud.
Opinion. That makes perfect sense. I was always curious because fandom, and it's every fandom. It ain't just Power Rangers fandom. People tend to overblow shit more than what it is, and people are like, "Oh my god, if ratings are declining in Japan, that means no more Power Rangers anymore, no more Sentai." And I'm like, I saw somebody say at most maybe Sentai might go on a break like Kamen Rider did, and then come back again and stuff. Which I'm like,
I see. Yeah, I more likely see that happening where maybe it becomes like a semi-annually thing. First of all, don't get your panties in a bunch. I think Power Rangers is going to be fine because we have now a queue of series lined up, waiting adapted, and they could, all we know for all intents and purposes, go back and adapt some shows because they're jumping around now in the timeline. So that doesn't.
Sentai could literally go on a 5-year break, and we're still good on Sentai. Shows that adapt. So
you can go on a 10-year break, and I think it'll be fine.
Especially with their. I fucking hate it, but the super versions of the seasons, which I'm like, God damn it, Nickelodeon, why?
That shit has to stop. It's time to stop that shit.
Yeah. But anyways, continue.
But maybe go on a quick hiatus, maybe go on a small hiatus. But if Sentai were to stop tomorrow, Power Rangers will be I think will be fine. The question is now, as far as Japan service, I think maybe they just use that to re-energize itself. I mean, look, brands go through these periods of renewal, rest, and rebirth like constantly. So like this isn't a new thing. I don't understand why fans in the West are acting like this is a brand new occurrence. Like,
I mean, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I say this as somebody like I've been part of the fandom since watching Power Rangers in '93, but I didn't really know how hardcore it was until I started hitting message boards up in the early 2000s, and I was like, wow, I didn't know this shit was that serious. Like, okay. So
some people take it a lot more serious than we do, and look, ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't want to sound like I'm shaming anybody. Like,
that's every fandom though.
You fly your motherfucking flag with no shame. But I think for whatever reason, it's again that stigma with Power Rangers because we're all. A lot of the fans are already pretty fragile about how the franchise and brand is perceived at large. So they're just they're a little possessive, a little protective of it. So I can kind of understand maybe where that ting of fear is coming from. But everything's gonna be alright. That's all what I think.
I mean,
and I think I don't want to be this guy, but I kind of feel also that Sentai is kind of a huge institution, like a cultural institution, if I were to say now. That
long history.
Like if it took a year or 2 years, if it took 6 years off, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it needs maybe that's what it does need is a quick reset, let it rest for a while, just have fond memories about the shows that you loved and enjoy, and make you remember why you love this genre and this franchise.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes. So, meanwhile, the Beast Morphers toy line got released in Canada. So, if you really
Toys R Us to rub extra salt in that wound.
Mm-hmm. So, if you really are desperate and you can't wait for Beast Morphers toys, have at it getting it in Canada, or you can browse eBay and see people selling it for way more than what it is. So, have fun with that.
Yeah, I can wait.
Yeah, I can wait and stuff. Battle of the Grid.
Everything was going to get a couple of things.
Yeah, I just that's the funny part. Like, you remember when the Legacy Morpher got released in Canada and everybody was so desperate, was so pressed to get it, and I was sitting back like, you guys are so pressed for that shit.
I saw motherfuckers paying $500. I'm like, I bet
the fuck US. Not. Like, look,
chill out. Like. And for what? But like, I have it first for what, a couple of weeks for that high? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, look, when it hit the U.S., I remember being that guy. Like, I wanted it, right? I had to, because I'm in the D.C. metropolitan area, dog. I had to go to the other side of Baltimore to a Toys R Us to get that Legacy Morpher. That was when they did the initial wave, and it was only a limited amount. So and that sucked, but I was like, you know what? I got it. I'm happy now. Like, right? And I actually got a couple for some other people off Ranger Board that live in the area but couldn't get it. So I did them a solid too at the same time. But like once, and I knew, and it was funny that Bandai like weeks later were like, yeah, we're gonna do another release of the Legacy Morpher. And I was like, okay, cool, that's awesome, great. But that whole I gotta pay $500 for a Legacy Morpher, like, come on.
Y'all killing me like y'all act like y'all brand new, like y'all ain't been in this game for a minute. Do you remember years ago? Mm-hmm. Right toward the end of Ninja Storm, they talked about they weren't going to release a toy for the Dragon Force, that little weird ship thing that Cam used like twice. Yeah,
to save the ninjas and that shit. Yeah.
You remember when they talked about how they first they said they weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Then they released it in limited quantities, and motherfuckers were like losing their mind trying to get that. First of all, it wasn't even a good toy.
If you had it, put it this way, it was one of those toys where it's like, well, I collected all the Ninja Storm stuff, so I have to get it to complete the collection. It was obligatory, essentially, if you were trying to.
If you were trying,
yeah.
But like, I remember it was like, oh, it's not going to be released here. It's limited quality, and then Bandai does what Bandai do, and it eventually got everywhere where it eventually tripping over the shit. So like, y'all calm down. Don't act new here.
Yeah. So there was a trailer about a week ago that got released for Battle of the Grid featuring Lord Dracon and look. Again, I'm still gonna take one for the team for that game, but it's like it's just how like you have a particular vision of how you want a game to look. Cause you remember how like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, right? I like the gameplay of that game, but I felt like the graphics of it was a step down from Marvel 3.
A substantial step down. Like,
yeah, like it looked good,
a couple of prongs down the ladder.
Yeah, like it looked good, but it like like when you play Marvel 3, it had that kind of like vibrant comic book type feel to it. It
had a pop to it. Infinite, it did not. Like, I'm not saying Infinite was a game where it looked bad.
It didn't pop.
It just didn't look the same. It didn't. Yeah, like Ultimate 3 and 3 had kind of a unique aesthetic to it.
Yeah,
and Infinite kind of feel like kind of end.
Yeah, and it's like I'm looking at Battle for the Grid, and
it looks like
it. Yeah, and it's like
it
has an Infinite feel, and it's like I appreciate, and it's kind of funny that the fighting game community is really embracing this because apparently fucking God, what the fuck's that dude's name? Clockwork has actually helped out with the game big time. So I guess maybe that's why everybody was like, I was wondering why the fuck is the fighting game community grabbing onto this damn game? Like, whatever. Like, so it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm sure the game might be good, but it's like, I don't know. It's just the graphics are so bland. It's like, I don't really care. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't want to shit on it, but it's like, I'm not enthused like I should.
Yeah, I'm not. You would think I'd be the most excited motherfucker for this game.
It's a fighting game too. I'm
not.
It's just I want the visuals to really be. I wanted the visuals to really pop to complement whatever fighting game system they have for it, and it's just not.
I don't know. Like it doesn't look like you remember that Kamen Rider Dragon Knight game that came out on Wii where they reused a lot of the assets from the Climax Heroes fighting game.
Yeah.
That kind of looks better than this game.
Well, I mean, you talk.
And that game kind of looks shit.
I mean, I've heard you talk like a lot about the Climax Heroes, and I really need to next convention I go to, I need to actually buy the game and stuff. Because I mean, why not?
You should. Let me reach over here. I would recommend. What was the one that just came? The one that came out. There was one came out that was like the most polished and most balanced. I think it was the one that has Wizard in it. It's his debut game. Climax Heroes, Climax Fighters. Shit.
It was a Cho Climax Jump or something like that?
No. It's either Heroes or Fighters. I forget. No, sorry. Climax Fighters is the PS4 one. Climax Heroes is the fighting games that came out around the Decade era. So I think the best one, it's just my opinion, was the one that was Wizard's first appearance, and I think it was Cho Climax Heroes.
Yeah, I see the pictures of it now. Oh, it actually doesn't look too bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent game. Pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, I want to be hyped for Battle for the Grid, but I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just not, man. Because I already burned this with that damn side-scrolling game that was utter trash. It looked decent, though. I give it that. It did look good. It had an aesthetic. It had a feel. I appreciate that. Gameplay, it's utter garbage.
You took one for the team on that one, so now I have to take one for the team on this one.
Yeah. I'll say this. Like I said on the last episode, I would get this game in relation to where is the Shadow Ranger. Like, if he's on the roster, if he's unlockable, if he's DLC. However he's in relation to that game will be determined if I buy it or not.
Yeah.
He's DLC, they can go fuck themselves. If they hold him behind the season pass, they can fuck off.
Yeah, I know, right? To which, I'm looking at Battle for the Grid, like, you're going to do DLCs? How dare you, game? How dare you?
Can I import my Legacy War data? Goddammit.
I know, right?
Goddamn. Fuck.
Also,
murder me.
Also, just released news too. Next Super Sentai DVD release from Shout Factory, 5-man.
It's doing the fucking Lord's work, man.
No price or release date, but
how can one company be so fucking based?
I don't know. I mean, look,
CJ,
that tells me
in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. In my lifetime, I'm gonna own all of Super Sentai on DVD, domestically released.
And not
what a time to be alive.
I mean, what a time! I don't have to, boot up my external hard drive to watch them anymore.
I'm saying exactly. As they releasing them shits, I'm deleting them off my drive. Going,
I don't know if I want to delete them. I don't know if I want to delete them. I mean, I want to keep them for prosperity.
I need to for new shows.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I am just like, okay, Shout Factory is continually getting my money, and I don't, it's rare again that you see a company, and I'm assuming the DVD releases are selling for them to keep doing this. It has to.
It's fucking be, and also not just that. I'm pretty sure they're also selling the streaming rights because I just got a Roku for Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. I got a Roku TV for Christmas, and what they say, content is king.
Yeah,
and Shout Factory. Streaming or Shout TV or whatever it is, it's on several of these streaming apps that I have with a plethora of content. And I mean, there's nothing goes wrong with having 50 episodes or so of a live action TV show that you can sell to streaming company for airing revenue. So,
interesting.
Just saying.
Yeah. Did you see that trailer? The second trailer for Ultraman that's coming out on Netflix.
Boy, I am trying to avoid all because I don't want no fucking spoilers. I want that show to wash over me.
Look, I look at it, and as somebody that I wasn't fond of the Godzilla movies and stuff, I'm appreciative of them using the same animation style for Ultraman, and it looks dope as shit.
Oh my God, I can't fucking wait. Like, I need to go back and finish reading the manga that it's based on, man.
Oh, so this is based off like a new series, basically?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like a continuation. Well, as far as I know of the manga. Yeah. The armored Ultraman is the son of the original Ultraman.
Oh yeah, the trailer shows as much. They showed the old Ultraman, and that's basically the gist of it. The son is taking over for the father or something. So it's like, oh, this is actually a pretty interesting concept. I like it.
Yeah, and if I'm not also mistaken, this is also the tip of the spear because Subarra is going to have this new push where they want Ultraman to be bigger internationally.
Look. How long have they been trying to get Ultraman internationally for? Because I remember my dad telling me back in the 70s they tried to get Ultraman popping in America.
Bro, I remember watching Ultraman, the original and that cartoon. Was it Battle for Earth?
Yeah, Battle for Earth.
Yeah, I remember watching the cartoon when I was like 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember my dad telling me that they were trying to get, like, Ultraman came to America for a hot second. So it's like, huh.
But you know what? I ain't fucking mad at them. They keep on fucking trying, man. Stick to your guns. And Ultraman is some good shit.
Look. If Power Rangers
and I swear to this day. Yeah, and I swear to this day. I swear to this day. If Ultraman Tiga, which is a fantastic fucking Ultraman series, by the way, you should watch it if you have not.
Yeah.
If it didn't air on 4Kids and then had this fucking 4Kids dub, I think it might have done well.
Yeah, you know what? As somebody that, like, I watched Ultraman Tiga because it was, like, a long while since I watched it, I won't say I necessarily, I like Tiga, but I appreciate on a base level what 4Kids was doing in trying to introduce Ultraman in some way to kids, whether it worked or not. So
I'm not mad at them. They tried the Lord's work. They rejected the gospel, but just tried again.
Yeah, so it worked, but like I'm appreciative that with the age of streaming, that hey, Ultraman is going to come out there and look, it looks great. I know you say you're reading trailers.
It's already dominating. It's already dominating Crunchyroll because like Ultraman is all on that shit.
Yeah, so also too, I don't know if you can kind of remark on this. So apparently. And I'm laughing a little bit. Apparently, the Kamen Rider fandom is not really digging ZO.
That's what I'm hearing. I just read the other day a really big Kamen Rider recap podcast just quit. It's like we're done.
Yo,
I was like damn, it makes me feel bad because I hadn't even started Geo yet. I'm like, is that fucking bad?
I mean, I was like it. Put it this way, maybe because I'm out. Put it this way, between me and you, I'm like. Catching up on Kamen Rider, so I'm not like super serious like everybody else is. So for me, it's like I don't get the big deal on why people don't like ZO. I like it. I mean, and so when I see that, I was like, shit, it don't look bad to me. I guess I don't know what people are looking at, or unless I don't know. So it's like when I saw that too, like, oh, they're stopping. I'm like, you do realize you can do more than just. I don't know. Like I said, it's not my podcast. I ain't gonna tell them what to do, but it's just that was just.
I mean, yeah,
it's just weird.
And
it's
I
like,
also
wow,
heard
they quit. Like, damn.
They just like damn. And I heard someone say that like they said they didn't quit during Super Mega Force or Super Ninja Steel.
Man, I saw
they
that
said
shit.
Geo made them quit, and I was like, yo, fucking for real.
I mean, I'm behind. I'm behind on it. So like I said, I stopped at the Decade episode when he shows up. So. I don't know where they tapped out at. I'm like, okay,
can't be that bad, man. It can't. No way. No.
I refuse unless, like I said, unless it's like how it is with Power Ranger fandom, where people overblow it more than what it is. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna be really pissed. I'm gonna be like, y'all motherfuckers overblew this shit. I'm like, god damn it, I hate you.
Yeah, because a lot of people overblew how Air Code's bad Ghost Sager is, and I will stand to this day like Ghost Sager is not a bad show. The cast doesn't have any charisma with each other. That's the main problem.
It's mediocre as fuck, ultimately.
Yeah, the aesthetic, the villains, Gosei Knight are all fucking top tier good shit.
Yeah, so like I said, that's why I'm looking at ZO like, all right, guys, when I dive back into it, if it's not as bad, if it's not as bad as you guys say it is, I'm gonna sit back and just be like, what the hell, man? Like,
you fucking pussies.
Basically, it's ridiculous and stuff.
Speaking of being a fucking pussy, so I just finished the first 20 episodes of Ninja Steel.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
It's fucking vanilla wafer as fuck. Like it's not bad. It's just Nickelodeon, Saban. Like
it played it safe. Like I said, it played it safe.
Watching those first 20 episodes made me long for the time, right after Turbo, we're reaching into like in space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Time for it, like that realm of the show where people who showed up to work showed up who gave a fuck, where they realized what had worked previously for the show isn't going to work for the show going forward, and like. Where it's really hard to explain. Like Ninja Steel is so like whatever had worked in the past. Like it's very middle of the road. It is not trying anything new, and the stuff that it is trying, it had worked 20 or so years ago. It's all very safe. All the ranges are kind of boring. It's just like it's just there. It just exists. It doesn't offend me. Like I didn't get angry watching it. Like I got angry when I watched like Super Mega Force or the later half of Dino Charge.
Yeah, it's one of those. They played it very safe, and they had
after,
ideas and they never capitalized on it. That's how that was my summation of Ninja Steel. It's like
never. So when I got to the last episode when the Ninja Stars spoilers,
yeah,
spoiling when Ninja Stars to dust. I went, wow, you know what? This is actually kind of a satisfying conclusion. And if the show had stopped here, I would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
But then I look over the horizon and see, oh wait, here comes Super Ninja Steel. How are you gonna fuck up this pretty decent finale? Like, how dare you?
Oh man, so
that's like it was. You know what? I'll stay on this hill. I would say the last episode of Ninja Steel was actually a pretty perfect finale for a Power Ranger season.
Now, folks, he said Ninja Steel. He didn't say Super Ninja Steel.
Yeah, I haven't gotten Super Ninja Steel. I said the first 20 episodes. I'm in the first 20. I didn't even watch the fucking holiday specials yet. I'm first 20 episodes. That last episode where they beat Galvanax, which, by the way, you could do so much with Hulk Hogan as your general bad guy.
You could.
And they did absolutely. First of all, if you're going to sacrifice a really good villain in the Ninja, if you're going to sacrifice his characterization from the Ninja, which is actually pretty good and pretty intimidating, and turn him into Mr. Satan, there are methods you can go down where this could have been an actually pretty good, pretty interesting, and you chose to do none of them.
Yeah. So have you been watching Super Sentai Strongest Battle?
I have not, sir. have it queued up. My plan is to get through as much of Blue Pad as I can and just sprinkle that in there as I'm getting caught up.
Yeah, I think the last episode drops Sunday, so I guess maybe that would be the perfect time to just watch all 4 episodes straight up and stuff. But it's actually pretty good. The concept of it is what I expected it to be. I find it funny that the Rangers that they did, I'm not shocked. Like, Captain Marvelous is part of this team that they follow, and I'm like, well, of course he is, because everybody loves Captain Marvelous. I mean, who doesn't? You know, and it's also
Quintarians.
Yeah, and there's also Homeboy from what the fuck was that season with the animals?
Juonger.
Yeah, follows him as well. He's part of that group as well. So it's actually, I think it's him. I believe. Shit.
Sasori Orange.
Yeah.
Toku 5.
Yeah.
Who are we missing? There's another red there. Is there another red there?
Tokuger Pink.
Yeah, Tokuger Pink. She's number 5.
Yeah, the Ninja Red, Captain Marvelous, Zioger, and the Orange Dude. That's your 5 right there. That's what they follow.
Okay.
So it's following them. I thought, like I said, I like the concept and stuff. It'd be nice if Power Rangers kind of adapted that. That would be cool if they did a variation of that.
Well, you know what? I was going to say a couple of weeks ago when it was all still under Saban purview, I would have said that's the name. But it seems like Hasbro showed up to give a fuck.
Yeah. I guess it's a good segue. So, first 2 episodes of Beast Morphers dropped. You had the premiere and you have episode 2. And I will say this: the premiere episode, great. It definitely did a good job of establishing the world and such, and they really kind of everything was great. I think you made a good point too of not getting too excited because Down the Charge was the same way and stuff. But overall, episode 1 was great. Episode 2, slight decline. Slight.
Don't tell me that because I haven't watched the second episode yet.
Okay, yeah. I just want to put that out there.
I woke up this morning to go for a run.
Yeah. I put it this way: it's not slight decline in a bad way, but it's more like I see why you guys did that, but you didn't have to do that kind of thing. So it's like, all right, hopefully that's
so. Give me a scale. Like how Nickelodeon did it get? How Nickelodeon Power Rangers did it get on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm gonna sit there and put it at like a 5. Like it wasn't.
Still pretty high though.
Maybe I'm going high. I'm gonna say 5 just because it was the typical we gotta push these things to the forefront kind of thing, and it was at the expense of other things that could have been expanded on. But they also had a lot of good things going for it, so it's like the balance was there to where it offset the good stuff, offset whatever Nickelodeon-esque stuff they were trying to do in that episode. So it's like, all right, you found a balance to where it didn't completely kill the momentum that you got from the first episode, but I'm keeping my eye on you, show. Don't do this. So, but yeah, but that premiere was ridiculously great and stuff. I
would definitely say that premiere, and this might be hyperbole, and you'd be like, whatever, fine, you drink the Kool-Aid. But I think like it's one of the strongest episodes of the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, for a show that went out this way, and here's what I love too. They recognize the past villains without it feeling forced.
I heard people complain about that, going, they didn't need it. And I'm like, no, you didn't. But like, I felt like because of how the show was set up, like the fears of the public of like, hey, we're tapping into the Morphin grid. Hey, doesn't that spell trouble? Because it has.
Again.
And that's because wherever there are Power Rangers, there's going to always be things to rise up to fight them. So like, that's one of the main conflicts of the show. So I didn't have a problem with it. What I had a problem was when he said Sledge, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Excuse me, sir. Wasn't Sledge an alternate dimension?
I put it this way. I was like this. I feel if you are going to have something around the Morphin grid, why not recognize those past villains, including Sledge, an aspect of maybe they got information from other people kind of thing. That's what it sounded like to me.
You know what? And I would say I would have no problem. They leaned heavier into that shit. Like, oh, we got this capacitor from the Lightspeed organization. Let's say if you're living in this world that has almost 30 years of history that you're building upon, it's okay to have an occasional shout out or a callback, as long as it's used to serve a story and not to like wave a big fan going, hey, I looked up Wikipedia for 5 seconds. I'm looking at you, Power Ranger book, because you're doing it wrong.
Well, except for Go-Go, because Go-Go is the shit.
Go-Go is amazing. That's
yeah.
But the main book,
go ahead.
We have work.
I got words for the main book, but like I'm one of those people that like I tapped out of the main book finally, and I am full tilt on Go-Go, and I was like, holy shit! Finally, we're Go-Go. Here's the thing, folks.
Go-Go is the book we deserve.
Go-Go is the book where you finally figure out certain things in regards to Rita, and they do it in such a way it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense how she got to where she is, and apparently I think Go-Go is about
character drama.
Yeah, I think
the character drama is so good.
Yeah, I think Go-Go is starting to go. They're finally about to get into the Green Candle, I believe, saga.
I can't wait. And I say this as a person who hates Tommy Wink. I cannot wait.
So I'm like, all right, let's see what variation of the Green Candle that you did that the show didn't touch on. That's going to be pretty interesting and stuff. But Beast Morphers, I like all the main Rangers. I like the concept of them kind of taking from Go Busters, one of the Rangers being like in a coma while he has a data version running around essentially. I don't know if that's a spoiler per se for Go Busters.
Did I miss something? I thought they saved him. I thought he didn't get put in the coma because they put the machine before they could snatch his data thing out.
Well, because no, I ain't talking about the Blue Ranger. I'm talking about the other two. They got turned into. Yeah. It's like they did a variation of the concept from Go Busters where Go Busters.
Spoilers, dude.
Well, spoilers for. I don't think they're gonna do it in the show though. But in Go Busters, the Gold Ranger, you found out he technically was dead.
A data clone.
Yeah, it was a data clone essentially. So that's why every time he got destroyed, he comes back brand new. Like, how did he not die? And then it's like, oh shit! Like that was that one fucking kicked me in the nuts easily. I was like, fuck, why? But yeah, but the show did a variation of that with the one of the two, I guess, Rangers and stuff. They get turned to bad guys and stuff. And
I think can we talk about this real briefly?
Yeah.
Is it? This, if I had like any small problems, I did have some notes for the first episode.
Yeah,
but it's because it's me. You guys know me by now.
Yeah,
and also because I'm looking at certain things from a technical aspect. Because I do enjoy analyzing how the sausage was made.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they kind of blew their load a little early on Dark Buster. Like I wouldn't have used Dark Buster in that way. Like although I really like how they did that. Like it's very imaginative to explain where the enemy generals come from, and I'm gonna enjoy the drama between the Blue Ranger and Roxy.
Yeah, so
but I feel like they kind of blew their load a little early there because when they said like he got his DNA mixed with the cheetah too, but then when Roxy comes out and she's escaped monster form, I'm like, that's not a bunny. Like her design has no elements of a rabbit. Like what are you doing?
I mean, I looked at it as weird flex, but okay, show. Let's see what you're gonna do with this. That's how I saw it.
I also feel like I think they feel like they maybe did that because it'd be something new, as have an enemy ranger that's hopefully going to be a evil general for throughout the show. Dino Thunder, you can do that, and
it's very much possible.
And I also feel like they also did it because like they know that we know it's coming. Like they know this suit exists
for a reason.
The fans know this about this. Yeah, so maybe they did that just to like let us the fuck up and not be like, so when is Dark Buster? When is Dark Buster? So whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, that's not how I would have used it, but we're flex, like you said, we're flex. We'll see where you go.
Yeah. What I did enjoy though, outside of the black excellence that is the Red Ranger and stuff, what I did enjoy about was Devin, the fact that his father is the mayor of Coral Harbor and stuff, and his father kind of like wants him to do odd jobs and such because he doesn't want his son to be. It seems like he doesn't want Devin to be kind of like spoiled because you're the mayor's son, you can do whatever and stuff. But I like Devin's character in the fact that so far he's kind of like the general audience where it's like, man, I love being a fucking Power Ranger. This shit's dope, And you got Ravi who, For this is kind of a rarity in Power Rangers. His mom is like at the forefront. She's the commander of the battle force.
Well, I mean, first female military
woman of color in Power Rangers too.
Mm,
I mean, and
first
she
female general. I mean, if I want to be a nitpick asshole, which I don't want to be.
yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'll let it slide. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, hey, you know me.
In terms of like being in charge of a military organization and Power Rangers, yes. In terms of like a female mentor figure, no.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've had fucking homegirl from MMPR. Was it Turbo? Fucking
Delcia.
Yeah, Delcia. So that's happened before. So somebody's taking.
And people want to say, like, well, military commander. And I'm like, well, to be technical, Princess Shayla was the princess and the commander of the Wild Force. I
put her
the Animaria army. I mean, Princess Leia was a princess, but she was also a general. So I'm like, if we want to be fucking pedantic, I'm just, whatever.
But
like
I mean, in the spectrum of what we see as somebody that's a military leader, she's up there with Captain Mitchell and Lightspeed. Like, she's kind of like a
homegirl from Jet. I hope she's more homegirl from Jetman and less old boy from O-Ranger.
I don't know. Would that be necessarily be a bad thing if she's like a homeboy from O-Ranger?
Oh, that dude was an asshole, man.
Okay. Well, Commander Shaw doesn't come off as an asshole, so maybe she is like Jetman.
Hopefully so.
I mean, because what I like about her is that so far, like I said, she's really kind of like stringent and stuff like that, but there's nothing they have. Like I said, we only 2 episodes in, so clearly they're gonna probably hopefully do a lot of characterization. But like for me, seeing the fact that a mom is at the forefront in a Power Ranger series, that's kind of like, wow, thank you, because
Udana's like, am I a fucking joke to you?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while because Udana is like Udana. That's it. It's like Udana, and then even before that, like what? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, Udana and her, I wasn't even trying to sit there and even exclude Udana, but it's like, it really is just Commander Shaw Udana, really, if you really think about it, like, damn. So it's I want to see more of that. Oh, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, something new, something dope. I can't wait to see where they go with it.
Yeah, but yeah, this show is going to be pretty good. Like I said, I hope that over the course of the series they expand on the grid battle force and the Morphin grid and all that stuff in terms of what story they're trying to say, so to speak. So hopefully,
can I also say this? Beast Morphers. The name is whack. I'm like, that is the most generic ass. Like that name sounds like people who make fun of Power Rangers. They'll come up with. You're watching your Beast Morphers.
If this was 10 years, if this was 10 years ago, Prime, I probably would agree with you on that. But I think now we can accept Beast Morphers as a suitable name. I mean,
and then just again, how the sausage is made. So the GB symbol, like everyone in Go Busters, because it stands for Go Busters, but in here it stands for the Grid Battle Force. I'm like, I think Power Rangers Grid Battle Force, that's a better name.
Hey, we got to keep the branding on them sweet ass backpacks that they're going to come out with. All right, Prime, come on. I'll take the downside to that if we're going to get them bad backpacks. That's all I'm saying.
We better get them shit. And they better come in all 5 colors, goddammit.
Yeah, I need those backpack immediately. Hell, that might be my work backpack as soon as it comes out. That's all I'm saying.
It's gonna be my new combat pack, my dude.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right. That is a very smart decision. I might have to use it for that. But did we have anybody that commented on the premiere when we asked a question? I'm trying to remember.
Wait, did we?
Did we? Hold on. Let me check. Let me double check. I think a couple people mentioned on it. I don't know.
Wait, did we mention the last episode that our man Sharp gave us a logo? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Oh, there it is. Mad Coco Gaming. I really enjoyed the premiere, and I was going in with the at least lie to me and pretend you care, and maybe they did. Also, more Gridman, please. Anime and Sentai gods. Yeah, we're going to get to Gridman in a minute. But yeah, that was Mad Coco Gaming, and I think on the 3BG page, a couple people did... we are consummate professionals, folks. That's how it works.
I mean, we live, baby.
On a Saturday.
BT Dubs, it's thundering hard as fuck outside, so if I disappear,
we would know why.
Please tweet me to make sure I'm still alive. Please tweet me to make sure I'm still here.
Okay, well, this is Sharp. You know what? I'm gonna save this question from Sharpo for when we do Gridman, because his is like a fucking hilarious ass damn question that actually is.
We got you, Sharpie.
So we got you, Sharpo. But yeah, thank you, Sharpo, for the logo again. Trust me, we definitely appreciate that. So yeah, overall, like I said, I have high hopes for Beast Morphers. I am hoping that everything goes good. If I had to give a grade for episode 2 and stuff like that, it'd be 3 out of 5. Like it's middle of the road. It's middle of the road, but it's like I expect that out of early episodes, so I'm not knocking it too much for that. It's just I hope that next episode they kind of pick it up a bit and not because there are shows that have done that where it's like, oh, premiere is fire, and then that second episode it kind of like ifs it a little bit. So so it's not a bad thing per se. It's just kind of like, all right, well, we'll see how it rolls. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I am kind of interested with the morphing. I don't know why they didn't stick with the original morph and they got keys now for it, but I'm fine with it. So
toys, my man.
I know.
Gotta tell them toys.
I know. It was just.
Now, here's my question though, because I haven't watched the second episode. Do the sunglasses pop out?
I'm trying to remember. No, I think they have the little swirling of the animals that come around them, and then they go into it.
That shit's whack.
Yeah, I mean, look, Ghostbusters morph is dope with the sunglasses. Like, let's morph in. Like, oh shit!
Actually, you know what? I'm actually surprised they didn't keep that phrase.
God, that's one of those like missed opportunities where you have a show that literally says it's Morphin time. Look, when Ghostbusters premiered, and they had that shit, I marked out. How about you? I marked out like a motherfucker when it happened.
Oh, I chuckled hard as fuck, son. They got the good guffaw out of me.
It's like, it's Morphin time. I'm like, oh my god, yes.
They acknowledged it. The powerful Rangers.
I mean, look, that's the first time Sentai has done it. I mean, shit, we talked about Deca Ranger using the fucking battleizer and shit in their movie. Like, oh shit.
The battle thong.
Yeah.
The battle thong.
Which means that apparently Sentai likes some of the battleizers to an extent, which I'm looking at.
You know what? It's we can get, they're allowed.
Yeah, they're allowed, which I gotta be honest with you, man. I still go, look. Wild Force Battleizer, I'm looking at fucking Gao Ranger like, dog, you guys didn't do that shit. Because that looked like something that should have been out of Gao Ranger, to be honest with you.
It did. It should be one that's in the top tier of Battleizers.
Dude, in terms of aesthetics and how it looks, it's like probably like my number one, easily.
I mean, I can get that. I'm not mad at you.
Because that literally looked like, was that in Gao Ranger? I don't know. Let me watch Gao Ranger, and it's like, it wasn't in the show.
I'm also be double honest with you. I'm surprised the next time we saw the Shink Angels, they weren't wearing the cockpit armor from Samurai.
Yeah, because apparently some people from the Sentai show helped out with the designs for that. That's what's wild about it. It's like the synergy between Toei and Power Rangers was very strong in Samurai, and I was like, I'm surprised it didn't really carry into some of the Sentai a little bit, but whatever. You can't win it all. So
No.
So we're here to talk about a 12 episode series, which I'm kind of shocked it wasn't a full blown season, but
I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah,
I hear your thoughts on it. I hear your thoughts on it, but we're talking about SSSS.Gridman, which is 12 episodes and they tell story. It's basically I don't know if you could say a continuation of Gridman.
Oh no, it is. The last episode they said, "Oh, you thought it was an anime? Surprise, bitch! It was tokusatsu all along."
Yeah, so it's a continuation of it, but they also, which I love, they reference Superhuman Samurai.
They reference a lot. So Studio Trigger. This is born from the fine folks who brought us Darling and Franks.
Mm-hmm. I'm mad you used that as a reference, like, hey, they bought this, and I'm like, I mean, again, Prime, weird flex, but okay.
You hear me laughing.
I know you're laughing.
So Studio Trigger, back in 2015, as part of the Pan Animation Animator Expo, they made a short called Gridman Boys Invent Great Hero, which is just to look like, which basically was the fanboys getting to draw some of their favorite vehicles and sequences, using elements from the Gridman show. So basically, the whole idea of the short was a couple of it was a very short. It was about 6 minutes, I think, maybe 7, maybe 5.
I think if I remember, anyway. I thought it was like 6 minutes because I remember it was actually short. Like it wasn't like 2 minutes short, but it was enough to like really, whet your appetite, and you're like, I kind of want more now. It's like, damn it. Yeah,
it was super short. So the plot of the short was Takeshi, the main antagonist from the original Gridman, is having ruminations about battles past and his misdeeds, and he shows all these cool anime Studio Trigger-esque sequences of Gridman fighting monsters and combining with his auxiliary crew, and it ends with Takeshi raising an Acceler and turning it into Gridman Sigma to continue to fight in the real world as monsters start appearing in the real world. Now that is of note because Gridman Sigma was originally going to be used in the sequel series to Gridman, and they even went as far as to like design the suit and have photographed suits with Gridman standing next to Gridman Sigma.
Yeah.
And I think they plotted out, don't hold me to this, but I think at least 8 episodes were outlined. I might be wrong. I might be overshooting it or I might be undershooting it. But at the 11th hour, well, not even the 11th hour, maybe the 8th hour, they decided to go, nah, we good, and just pulled the plug.
Yeah.
So I always wondered, I don't know, we talked about this on Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad episode, but like there's a reality out there where we got a second show, and footage of that second show was used in the second series, or third season, I should say, of a Superhuman Cyber Squad.
Yeah. You know what? Seeing them reference Superhuman Samurai Squad in this Gridman show, it really, again, it goes back to what we were saying about Superhuman Samurai Squad. It wasn't a bad show. It was actually I think, again, it wasn't a bad show. I think it was actually pretty cool the way that they adapted Gridman for that show. Like I said, again, it did add the little Power Ranger aspects of it at high school, but for the most part, it worked. I mean,
it's not a bad show, And the people who worked on SSSS.Gridman, like it's clear they have a great fondness of Gridman. Like it is without a question, without a doubt. Like they love fucking Gridman. Like I can easily see that's their favorite fucking superhero.
I mean,
and they also clearly love Transformers because they seeded Transformer references all throughout this shit. So many, I didn't even catch them all. And my name is Prime fucking Gundam.
Yeah. So the basis of this Gridman show is essentially one of the characters, I think it was Yuta. He is, this is kind of like why it reminds me of like Dot Hackish a little bit and stuff. He's a main character that's amnesiac. So you already know where this is going to go. Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening. I'm going to say go ahead.
Yeah. So he's an amnesiac, and apparently he comes across this old computer that has a hyper agent Gridman in it, and basically he's like, hey, I got a mission that you got to fulfill, and essentially what ends up happening is over the course of 12 series, like what ends up happening is there are things that are happening in the real world where people are losing their memories. And essentially,
it's not the real world. Okay, so we're just gonna go full on sports.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're going go full on. Might as well.
All right, too long. So too long didn't read. You should fucking watch Gridman. And it's great because we're getting ready to spoil the fuck out of this show. Yeah. So the show opens up. We find out that the world is being controlled by this high school girl named Akane, who has fucking. Can I just sidebar her? Her and Alexis are 2 of the greatest anime villains we had past anime that season.
Mm-hmm.
Like just fucking chef fingers. But Akane is approached by Alexis, this flame head skull head dude. We find out that she was feeling dejected in the real world. So he's like, come along with me and I take you to this land of computer imagination. So he creates this simulated world in the computer. And they seed it with monsters to make the people in the simulation docile and easily to be controlled.
Yeah.
And so Akane sets herself up in this world as its overlord and god to make herself feel good because she's a sad young lady. Because she feels rejected and isolated from people in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's petty, but I respect the petty.
I mean, she's 100% an incel. She's an incel girl gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's a rarity to actually see. If you want to be honest, that is very much.
But is it though?
I say it is because I've put it this way. I've never, and I'm putting knock on wood here. I've never came across an incel chick. And maybe I need to
I don't know, bro.
Or maybe I have. I just never paid attention.
Yeah, the high school I went to in equal measures. I'm sorry, high school and college. Let me rephrase it. High school and college I went to in equal measures for every 3 fuck boys, there were at least 1 fuck girl. So
okay, fair enough.
That's just not gender specific. It is right across the board.
That is very okay. Understandable. I get it. But yeah, it's but when she goes in there and she puts all those monsters in there and stuff like that, she is very much like, oh shit, like she really is like out here to try to kill some people and stuff. Like she tries to kill a teacher at one point. I'm like, holy fuck.
For displeasing her. So her whole shtick is like she wants everyone to love her because again, she's a sad girl. She can't love herself. And anything that displeases her in her world, because she tries to shape her own personal perfect world, she eliminates it. So this is really excellent shot from the first episode, where we were, sitting with you, and we first meet Akane, and we don't know Akane is the villain yet, right? Where Akane, Yuta's forgot his lunch, and so Akane offers to share a wrap sandwich with him. And the girl was it the soccer team?
Yeah, I think it was soccer team.
Yeah, they're in the classroom horsing around. They accidentally knock the sandwich out of Akane's hand and smashes it. And it's like this awkward shot where we focus in on her reaction to it and it holds. And I watched this video where this guy points out where you think the show is just like, aha, isn't that funny? Like, because the reaction shot holds like very long, very uncomfortable. And you think they're just they're just whacking up wacky high school comedy humor. But that was the moment where Akane went to herself, I'm going to kill this bitch. And later in the episode, she fucking sends a monster to the city and kills the soccer girl. Because it just demonstrates how unhinged and how fucking crazy Akane is. How just completely detached from reality. Literally detached from reality because she's living in a computer simulated world.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll say this, I like the animation. Like a lot.
Oh, it's fucking crisp.
Like the fighting scenes, period, of Gridman. I'm sitting back like, while I appreciate Gridman, the live action and the fights and stuff, but I love the fact that with animation you can really go nuts with the kind of fighting that you don't really get in live action. They go over the top with it, and it's great.
They went all in and told you to suck a dick and watch.
This is why I wanted more, but I see what you're saying in the aspect of 12 episodes is enough kind of thing.
Yeah, I think 12 episodes is enough. Like, I'm not saying, like, if they gave me more Gridman, I wouldn't say no. But I feel like 12 episodes, the story, it set out what it needed and wanted to do.
Yeah.
And ended, and I'm good. If you want to do a continuation, maybe not with these characters, maybe with Auntie as the Grid Knight, I'll be all in for that.
Oh, yeah, easily. I mean, it's there and stuff. Did you watch the sub or dub?
I watched it subbed.
Okay, yeah, I watched the dub. Dub was actually not that bad. I
might go back because I want to watch it again. I might go ahead and watch the dub.
Yeah. Funimation was behind the dub because, of course, Funimation, they have their hands in every damn anime adaptation it is and stuff. I will say this: what was funny about this show, and it's like typical of anime and stuff, is how Gridman's fucking cyber pals just pop up as regular humans, and they're like, yeah, I can come in there and help you. Like when Samurai Caliber popped up in there and was like, hey, so I can help you guys out. And I'm like, what the fuck is this dude? And he comes in and he's like, yeah, I can give Gridman a sword while he's in there and stuff, and it's fucking badass how he just rolls up in there. And like all Gridman's pals just roll up in there and they're like, yeah, I can help you and assist.
What's that group name they call? Was it the Neon Genesis High? Hold on, what the fuck was that group name called? Hold on.
Neon Genesis
Something
Junior
ridiculous.
High.
Yes, fucking yes, just fucking ridiculous. And don't you like that scene when they all tried to deploy at once and they crashed the computer because they were too high res, so they had to lower the video settings so they can all go out at once?
Again, attention to detail, because if like any other show they would just did it and there would have been no consequences. It's like no. This is an old ass fucking computer. You can't be doing all this crazy shit. No.
Hold on, bro. We got 3.44 RAM. We can't do this shit. Hold on, homie. Hold on.
It's like shit slowing down and stuff. Like even the character's name, like Boar, is literally based off of the fucking drill tank from Superhuman Samurai.
Yeah, a lot of them. Vitor, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. But like I said, just the fact that they're naming them off of them it's like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually
seeded with references.
Lots of seeding stuff. But yeah, it's everything about it. Just like I said, with them, and even like them showing the combinations and stuff. Like I still need to get those toys based off of it too, as well. I really do.
Most fucking definitely.
But I guess for you, what was? I guess let's start with the negatives. What was your if you had a negative about this whole 12 episodes? What was your negative or negatives if you had any? If you had more than one.
No, I got to dig deep because all I got is positive feelings after that last episode.
If you had if you had a nitpick, if I
had a nitpick, I feel like the show wasn't clear on a lot of the things it was doing. Like it was asking a lot of the viewer. Mm-hmm. There's no whole handing in the show at all. And you have to pay attention. This isn't one of those shows you can just put on in the background and play Fortnite.
Nah, not at all.
You have to pay attention because I've seen so many hot takes that are like it's completely wrong. Where I question like, did you watch the show? So
hot takes like what? This hot takes like what exactly?
So I watched a video the other day where this guy was talking about how he kept saying Akane was a god, and she comes from the realm of the gods, and she had complete control over human life. And I'm like, dude, no, she's a real girl.
She's a real girl, lived in the realm, and she was working alongside Alexis for the monsters. But as far as we knew, she didn't have control over the monsters like that. So.
No, she didn't. And my also thing I want to ask about is like I wish they were a little more clear because like exactly they need because if you weren't paying attention to the show you probably wouldn't have picked that up. And I also question is Alexis the same species as Khan Digifer because in the original Gridman, one of the main plot points of the show was like Takeshi, though he was an incel, he actually wasn't that bad a guy at heart. It's that he was being psychically manipulated by Khan Digifer because Khan Digifer gonna do what douchebags gonna do, and was using his negative and feeding off of his energy. Yep. And the show showed that several times. He was Takeshi in the original show wasn't entirely 100% in control of his actions. This show, I don't think it did a good job of doing it. That's why I question like is Alexis is he the same species as Khan Digifer? Are they the same psychic evil demon warlord vampire things?
I think it was just kind of like one of those homages to it and stuff a little bit. At least that's what I got out of it.
Okay, so then again, I don't think the show made that clear because again, if you weren't watching and paying attention, like you would have not picked up on certain things. Where even though Akane is narcissistic and kind of cold and callous because she has literally a god complex. There were like little quick shots or scenes where you see like Alexis smirking or pulsating with energy and shit, like he's feeding and driving her on. At least I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I could be wrong.
Could be wrong, but I think so. I'm trying to remember because again, I watched Gridman like a couple of weeks ago, so it's like some of the stuff is fresh in my head. Others like I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since I watched it week to week when it aired. Like this is one of the few animes that I watched week to week it aired, and it was fucking torture.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, good.
So yeah, that's one of my things. Like it's just like a lot of things. It wasn't very clear. I'm gonna be this guy and say like I wish we had gotten more fight, see more of Gridman's forms in different situations.
I'll say this. I don't know if you agree with me. I really wish that they did a better job with Anti and his whole thing of... I don't know. I mean, this is just me. I guess maybe this is my nitpick. Anti went from, I want to defeat Gridman, and then boom, he wants to protect him all of a sudden. And I wish they did a little bit of a better job kind of like expanding on that.
Yeah, they could have set that up better, especially the reveal where he's like, why won't you kill me, Gridman? He's like, well, I don't kill things hearts. And I'm like, wait, what?
And then, like, boom, he transforms into Grid Knight, and I'm like, okay, fine, I guess. I mean, I'm not mad.
I mean, it was a fucking dope ass scene, and that shit made me harder than Let me stop myself there.
But I'm just saying, it looked dope, but I was just like, where did this come from? Like, okay, fine. I mean, I'm not mad, but it'd be nice if there was something to this, but whatever and stuff. What can you do?
I ain't mad at it.
Now, this is where Sharpo's question comes into play. I think the obvious one would be: would you like to see another season of Gridman, or do you think it works as a standalone series? We'll get to it in a minute. But he asked, "Who has the best thighs in Gridman?" I'm leaving this to you, sir.
I'm going to say Armored Gridman because he's one thick boy.
Okay, fair enough. Armored Gridman is the best.
Yeah, but then again, here's the thing though. Again, people paying attention. So, we reveal like later on in the show because there's this excellent, I think it was episode 8, where Akane was trying to make she was in control, losing grip, so she's trying to reestablish her control.
Yeah.
So she isolated our 3 main characters and was trying to be their best friends.
Yeah.
And she has a scene where she tells them like, "You are all made to love me." When people are like, who's the better girl, Rika or Akane? This is the thing though. In the show, when spoiler alert, Akane wakes up back in the real world.
Yeah.
She's Rika. She looks like she has the same white jacket. So essentially, Akane is Rika and Rika is Akane. So Akane in the digital world is the idealized version of she's popular, everyone loves her. That's the Rika that Akane wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another reason why. In the digital world, Yuta was Gridman. This isn't set in the show, folks. This is just me being my nitpick ass pointing out shit. Yeah. This is the reason why Yuta is Gridman, because in the computerized world, Yuta liked Rika for who she was. So, and essentially, Yuta liked Akane for who she really was. So that's why only he could become Gridman to save her. Which, and also, spoiler alert, the SSSS in the show stands for special signature to save a soul.
Interesting.
And it's literally to save Akane from the depths of her isolation and her depression.
Yeah, it's like at one point she does go into that deep depression because of like that little conversation.
She was like, losing control.
Yeah.
Even he tried to commit suicide, and Alexis is like in the cut again, being the psychic vampire. He's watching all this shit happening. When she tried to commit suicide, it's not going to work. It's just going to push her further into this despair. It's going to give me more fucking energy to feed off of because delicious teenage girl angst.
I'll say this. This is why I got Dot Hack vibes a little bit, because you remember Dot Hack had like serious shit going down in that show, and I was like, holy fuck, did this just...
Dot Hack? You mean Sword Art done right?
Yeah. See, I didn't want to say that because I'm pretty sure there's some Sword Art Online fans that are like looking at us with the disapproving stare. But I mean, Prime ain't lying.
I'm telling the fucking truth.
Dot Hack was some serious ass shit, and those games actually weren't that bad either. But yeah, I got some like Dot Hack vibes because, like I said, I'm like, yo, I can't go into depression, and oh shit, it got serious. Well,
that shit got real as fuck too, and box cutters, man.
Hey, look, I'm sitting up there like, dog. So, when is a cane going to start slitting the wrist? That's where I was sitting. I was like, well, fuck, because if it did that, I would have to turn off the show again. Like, well, you got serious there, Japan. You didn't have to go that far with it, but okay. Just saying, let's not do that, folks. Just have fun. But the show doesn't do that, thankfully. It actually knows how to keep that balance of not going too far. Because, again, it knows, hey, people came for the kaiju fights, and that's what it does. It gives you the kaiju fights. And I am very appreciative of it. Because, again, that is the highlight of it on top of the actual pretty good story. So there's nothing else. I don't know. It's just weird because I don't think there's nothing we can really go in depth other than just the fights and the animation and the story without going too crazy with it per se.
Yeah, I think I think it's a show that has to be experienced. Also, like when we joked about how I joked about earlier about how they lied and said it was anime, but it was tokusatsu all along.
It's like, I see what you did, show. All right, cool. That's cool, even though it's the same. But all right.
This episode pretty much confirms like that's the same Gridman from the '93 show. Mm-hmm. And when Akane wakes up in the real world, also by the way, the main theme song, they're releasing a music video, and I watched the making of featurette of it a couple of days ago, and the music video for the opening of the show, it takes place after the end of the last episode, where she wakes up in the real world and is now going through her daily life.
Yeah, because I've read up because when I was doing the research on it and stuff, I guess apparently the Boy Invents Hero short that you were saying, apparently that took place 20 years after the end of Gridman's final episode.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense and stuff, So yeah, I mean,
so I'm assuming. So I'm assuming Gridman takes SSS.Gridman takes place maybe roughly the same time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't this show come out like around the anniversary?
Yeah, 2017.
No, it came out 2017. Damn, really?
Yeah, 2017. Oh no, 2018. My bad. 2017 is when they announced it and the short came out, and then 2018 is when it came out. So last year, actually. October, October last year to December last year, before Christmas.
If I'm not mistaken, this show marks an anniversary. Yes, there we go. It is. So the release of SSS.Gridman is actually the 25th anniversary of the original show.
But anyways, but didn't Gridman get like a DVD release or something?
Yeah, it did. I don't know if it's going to be released here. I'm looking at Shot Factory, hoping that it will.
Yeah, or Discotheque or somebody. I mean, that would actually
anybody, please.
But I think SSS.Gridman actually got a Blu-ray release for Volume 1 for like episodes 1 through 4. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna roll that out with the whole series. I mean, I'll buy it once they come out with the full one. I ain't buying the volumes. I stopped buying volumes years ago when I just figured out I just full seasons.
I'm like, what is this, 1994?
I know, right? So it's like, nah. But I definitely do feel this was a worthy buy, especially if you like Tokusatsu period. You'll like this Gridman anime. It's great. You know what? It'd be nice if they did an anime version of the original Gridman, like episode by episode.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice side thing. Like I always say, like I wouldn't want to complete like for this to replace Tokusatsu, but for maybe like a short or a movie. Like I'm all in on.
I mean, can you imagine if Sentai got the same kind of treatment, just side stories with animation of people in suits kicking ass? That would be ridiculous.
I mean, it'd be fine. Like I said, I don't want it to the main thing or supplant it.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying supplant
like, you want to do like
side missions.
Yeah, you want to do like 6 episodes, or you want to do a movie? I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out for Ultraman. Ultraman has done it.
Look.
Ultraman's doing it now.
Yeah, I mean, we got the little Netflix movie to come out. I mean, fuck it, why not? Less we say about Godzilla, the better. It deserves better.
Rest in peace, Rodan, stupid ass, dumbass.
I'm sorry. Look, guys, I begrudgingly watched all 3 of those Godzilla movies. Right, the first one, I was like, all right, it's not a bad concept and stuff. Good. Climactic ending and stuff like, oh shit, that wasn't the real Godzilla, and it's like, oh fuck, And then it's just like the second movie, I'm just sitting back like, the fuck is this? The hell is this? And the third movie, I'm just sitting there like, this is how you do King Ghidorah. You do my man's this dirty, really? Like I'm just like, why? Like why are we? Why can't you just do the old school Capcom mythology of if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Like, just give us the monsters. I mean, that's all we ask. I mean, America figured that shit out, and we got the fucking King of the Monsters movie coming out. Like, they figured this out. Just give us monsters fighting, and we're good. So I don't know.
I want to put my own stamp on it.
I guess, man, but I'm not looking for theater of the mind with fucking Godzilla. Like, we are all the monsters. What? Like, really? Like, whatever. At least Gridman knew to split the middle on this. Like, hey, give us depression, and then, hey, give us guys kicking ass in suits. That's all I ask. Just strike a balance.
Just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, this is great. Are we finally gonna tackle Ninja Steel next Morphin Metacast?
If I can fucking find it. So, like, only 8 episodes of Super Ninja Steel are on Netflix. And DVDR.
Sorry, go ahead.
DVDR, I think the DVDR has like the last 4 episodes. I don't know, like
I'm looking at Nickelodeon like, hey guys, like you do realize people watch like past episodes. You mean to tell me you can't set up like, hey, if you want to watch Ninja Steel season, look at it on Netflix or look at it on demand, and like, how are you fucking up, guys? Like these are things. How is it that the CW is smart enough to be like, all right, you missed the Flash Tuesday night or Monday night or whatever. at midnight, 1 o'clock, you can watch that episode or wait till the next day to watch it. Like, how is it that Nickelodeon has to figure that shit out?
So, like I keep saying, the sooner we get on Nickelodeon, the fucking better.
Because I don't get that shit. It's annoying. And man, look, the day that somebody cracks the nut and we can watch Super Sentai legally, I'm putting that legally, because right now trying to watch Super Sentai legally is a pain in the ass and shit. You have to go kind of illegally a little bit, but it is what it is. But I mean, look, they got New Japan World for us Americans. They can hook that up for the Sentai, because I'm pretty sure Toei knows people watch that shit.
Now we're over here, they just don't give a shit.
That's money lost on the table, man. I'm telling you, they could set up their own little tokusatsu stream and shit easily if they wanted to. But
I'm saying, and if they did, no one Toei, that should be $60 a month.
And guess what, Prime? Full and well, people will pay for it. I won't pay for it, but people will pay for it.
I mean,
are you telling me you will pay for it?
$60, man. Fucking Toei, man.
That means a yes. You say
partner up with somebody. Like, you can. Come on, man.
It's like partner up with Crunchyroll. I mean, shit. Hey, yo, who's okay? Time out. All right. Okay, so Toei owns Ultraman, right?
No, that's Subaru.
So Sabara teamed up with Crunchyroll to get Ultraman shown on their streaming platform, right?
Mm-hmm. Teamed up with Subaru, teamed up with Crunchyroll, was it Toku HD, that Amazon channel thing? They got Ultraman around. I also seen it on was it Tubi? Anyway, yeah, I've seen Ultraman in different places.
I'm telling you right now, Toei could easily go to Amazon Prime, just like Kamen Rider Amazons did, and be like, hey, y'all want to show the previous season of the Sentai on our platform? And I will watch it immediately.
Well, see, Amazon's is a different thing, though, because Amazon's is a co-production between Toei and Amazon Prime in Japan.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, and that's content that Amazon made for Amazon. And they're just like, well, we have this show, we can just plop it on Amazon in America because we have a co-stake in it.
Yeah, that was special. You know what? I guess maybe what I'm asking for is I want more of that kind of thing. Because I think, going back to Amazon's, I think Amazon's is a way to really kind of be like, oh shit, this is Kamen Rider? And then kind of like seeding people like, okay, watch this show. It might not be brutal as Amazon's, but it's Kamen Rider. You probably will like it, So I would like to see them kind of do that for like Sentai a little bit, in a way. If they ever do kind of co-production on that level,
I wouldn't say no to an updated version of Go Ranger or Jack.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, like I said, Shout Factory, like you said, doing the Lord's work. They're giving us live, man. I mean, soon enough, Prime, we're gonna get Jack on DVD, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be what a time.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we get Battle Fever J, so everyone can experience Miss America.
All I'm saying is, I have kids, and they're gonna look at my DVD collection and be like, "What's this?" Oh, son, that was way before my time and your time. It's live, man.
Damn, my boy. Let me tell you a story.
And they look at the 70s special effects of a flaming sword and him slicing up enemies. It's like, oh well, son, that's how they did special effects back in the day. Yeah, you guys got it good with the CGI. We weren't quite lucky until wasn't it Wild Force and Sentai they went full CGI?
Yeah, but would you really say lucky though? Is it really lucky?
CGI, folks, very hit and miss. I will say that it's, and again maybe it's TV budget wise because look, CW gave us Gorilla Grodd versus fucking King Shark, and that shit was fucking greatness. I don't know. If
a little short.
Look,
a little short.
Look, Prime. It was short, but you could tell they learned their lesson from the fucking Gorilla City invasion of Central City. And
you mean that one room?
The one room where they had to do the Power Ranger. We always talk about Power Rangers. They didn't have 12 putties. It was just 6 dudes just running around in circles and stuff. That's what that Gorilla City fight was. It was like, so they were fighting really 6 gorillas and everything else was just CGI in the background. That's what that was. So apparently CW learned their lesson. Was like, all right, we got to optimize our budget if we're going to really do this fight correctly. And it was great. It was excellent. Short, but it was excellent. I loved it.
Though they really do love in Gorilla Grodd episodes that slow motion crashing through the floor shit.
Yeah, you gotta save some money somewhere, Prime. You got to.
Come on, guys, come on.
But it really did kind of put this. Look, I get what they were doing in Suicide Squad, but it puts Killer Croc to shame with how they did King Shark and Flash, man. It's like, and James Gunn is giving us.
I don't know.
I know, it's just
that Killer Croc makeup was pretty fucking dope.
It was good. It's just I wanted Killer Croc to at least be like, can you at least be like Shaq's height, just to give some levity a little bit. That'd be nice. Just a little bit of levity. That's all I'm saying. So James Gunn is giving us King Shark, and I'm like, all right.
Well, he's done. Well, see, the problem we had with the David Ayer wasn't UG things, and that clearly shows whatever he fucking did with the Enchantress.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do King Shark, but it was like like you said, a lot of CG, and he wasn't familiar with it. That's why he went there. And I was like, and like I said, I'm not knocking Killer Croc because of the makeup. It was fine. It's just if he was like Jones-esque height, it probably would have gave a lot of levity to Killer Croc's look a little bit more. You know, so I think that's where I was coming in at, because Killer Croc is a big dude. So you could do like in a very practical effects way that they did. So I'm curious with James Gunn, he's doing King Shark. It's like, so you're going to give us the Hammerhead Shark version, or are you going to give us the one from the Flash CW one in terms of the look? Which one?
I say, well, we'll see, because we know James Gunn has nothing but experience with CG.
Look, Rocket Raccoon and fucking, Groot. I mean, and the fact that he's going with the Rat Catcher, and I'm like, well, we'll talk about that on the comic book shit, because that's a different thing altogether. But all I'm saying is, ultimately, watch SSS.Gridman and enjoy it, because you won't regret it. It's like I said, I think the 12 episodes makes it to where you can kind of get through it. Actually, in a 20-minute did like 22-minute episodes, so you can get that shit in like an afternoon easily. So,
and I say, it's a show worth your time.
Yeah, and also watch Gridman.
Yes, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, definitely watch that. We definitely will do Gridman proper at some point too, because I mean,
the complete trilogy.
I'm halfway through it actually, so I've been watching like 5 episodes at a time and stuff, so I'm like halfway through it actually. But yeah, with that in mind, I guess still it's gonna be next if Prime's journey of trying to find some of the episodes works out.
I mean, I don't want to fly the pirate flag, but if I got to.
I mean, look, we finally, in Morphin Metacast, we finally made it to catching up with Power Rangers, so I think this is a good thing. It's great.
I mean, we made it. We here, baby.
We made it. We made it. So, with that in mind, you got anything, I guess, new on your end before we go that you might want to plug for people to kind of keep up with, anime conventions and things like that? Just in case people want to see you. I don't know if you come across people that listen to the show that you happen to see at these conventions.
I don't know why they want to see me. I'm literally no one.
They might want to see you and your Doctor Who cosplay that you pimp out there a lot. Just saying, these are things.
Yeah, so I'll be at Mid-South Con. When is Mid-South Con? You'd think I would know this because I'm going to it. Hold on, let me look at the calendar. So I'll be at Mid-South Con in Memphis. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I can find the dates, that'd be great.
Cool.
We consummate professionals here.
And we are. I mean, I find it funny that we're 1 month out from the Power Morphicon Express in Texas, and I'm still kind of sitting back.
I'm side-eyeing. I'm like, kind of want to go.
But see, here's the thing. Your luck, all of a sudden they're going to announce a Power Morphicon Express in like Tennessee and shit, and I'm like, fuck. So me and Prime going to have to meet up now or something?
It's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen.
Yeah, it's going to have to, because I'm still waiting for them to announce other dates for this Express, but I'm guessing they're going to try to see how this one in Pasadena works out before they announce more. That's my assumption that they're going to do. So, it's...
Okay, so I found the dates.
All right.
So I'll be at Mid-South Con. That's this month. And it's March 15th through the 16th.
Oh, shit.
I might be there just the 15th and the 16th. I don't know yet.
Okay.
But I will be there.
All right.
And I'll be the tall black dude dressed up like Doctor Who. Which Doctor? That'll be a surprise.
Hey, people want to see you, cool, because you never know, man. People might hear the voice and be like, "Is that Prime Gundam?" And it's like, "Yes, I am Prime Gundam," and so
that happened once.
Oh, it did, really?
Yes, it did.
Where at?
What was the place at fucking Graceland? It was what con was that? Was it the Comic Book and Fantasy Expo? No, it was at Memphis Comic Expo. Coming through, and people were like, "Hey, it's that Prime Gundam guy." I was like, "Wait, what?" It was like, "Yeah, I want to see where you're gonna be at the con this year." I was like, "Damn, for real?"
Oh man, hey, that happens. I mean, like I said, D gets that, and I get it and stuff. So, and look again, shout outs to Sharpo for that logo, because like I said, I appreciate the originality, because I would never have came with that logo design at all. I would have been like, it would have been something different than that. So I appreciate that, and also it keeps us out of Saban's radar. Well, no, it's not Saban's. It keeps us out of Hasbro's radar of, hey, is that Power Rangers? And it's like, no, it's not Power Rangers. What are you talking about?
No, we mean it's entirely different.
It's entirely different. Granted, I know if that was Saban's ass, he would have fucking sued us for real off the break.
For the liquor palette.
I know, right? It's like, whoa, this is too close, guys.
Like, excuse me, sir, pay me my fucking money.
It's like, we don't have money. What about that Morphin Metacast? It's not making money, sir. I don't care. I'm taking it. It's like,
so, like, give me your fucking figures. Well, we're gonna have to fight for this shit, Saban.
It's looking at Prime like, so Prime, Saban wants Morphin Metacast, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you'll ask me, how much did he offer it? Prime, you know what? I'll be honest with you. If Saban offered a lot of money for Morphin Metacast, I'm like, shut up and take my money. I'll take the money, sir. You can have the name. Just give me lots of money. I have no problem rebranding this podcast to something else immediately. It's no problem whatsoever.
I mean, I can sleep on that shit. I mean, we're not attached to it.
I mean, maybe the fans might be mad about it, but I'm like, I'm sleeping pretty good on this money here, so
I'm like, I do like cheeseburgers, man. I'm just saying. Yeah. And we don't have a Patreon yet, so
yeah, so it's all good. But anyways, we're gonna enjoy this Saturday and chilling and stuff, and leave off with this. So we catch you guys later on the flip side. Peace out.
Auf Wiedersehen, dudes.